How to get more eyeballs onto your website by doing less. We're going to talk about why you need it and also how you can get it. What's working today and what's not. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Chantal Fossey. I'm an e-commerce coach, and I coach people to turn their little side hustle hobbies into thriving six-figure businesses and beyond. This video is a follow-on from the very first YouTube video that I created called The 3 Metrics That Matter. If you haven't watched that, I recommend that you do, because in that video, I explained what 3 metrics you need to focus on as an e-commerce brand owner to grow and scale your brand. And in this video, I am breaking down one of those metrics, which is traffic, and talking about the how. How do you influence getting more eyeballs onto your website? Decided to start off with traffic because this is the biggest opportunity that I see for most people. Most people are not getting adequate traffic to get the adequate sales that they are after. E-commerce is just a numbers game. So if we look at conversion rate, this is one of those 3 metrics that I talked about at the beginning. An average conversion rate for an e-commerce brand is 1 to 2%. So what that means is that you will get 1 to 2 sales for every 100 people who visit your website. So obviously, the more people you bring to your website, the more sales you're going to get. If you're not achieving 1 sale per day with an average conversion rate of 1 to 2%, it's likely that you don't have 100 eyeballs of traffic coming to your website. There are 2 ways, in my opinion, to get more traffic. You can either do that with money or with time. So paid or organic. So for paid, you can look at advertising, obviously through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google Ads, YouTube, TV, radio, the list goes on, right? You can also spend money on media and PR. So that is an option. You can also pay influencers and sometimes have to pay brand reps. Sometimes you can do that for free too, depending if you are giving them, free product. Organically, you have probably a few more options, but they are going to cost you your time because you need to have time to implement these, right? So there's social media or a content strategy plan. There's collaborations with other business owners, so doing giveaways and things like that. My personal favorite, email marketing, and we'll talk a little bit more about that on the next slide. There is SEO and backlinks, and if you're doing markets or in-person events, then you can do QR codes to get people to your website. Now, there's likely to be a little bit of crossover here because if you're not an SEO expert, you have the option to either learn that, and to learn that, you either need to pay someone or you need to spend a considerable amount of time getting your head around it. So there is some overlap with the 2 of these. But basically, to grow your brand, you can do that with either time or with money. Now, you have likely dabbled in a number of things on the previous slide, or maybe you're doing all of them and just trying to get that traffic. Let's just take a closer look on what's working right now and also what's not, so that you can maximize your time as a busy e-com owner. So what is working? Email marketing. You don't need an algorithm to get back in front of people and bring them to your website. If email marketing is not working for you, you either have a list that is too small. Remember, we talked about in the beginning that you need 100 people to your website to make 1 sale if your conversion rate is between 1 and 2%. So if your conversion rate is between 1 and 2% and only 23 people click through to your website from your email, that is why you're not making a sale. So grow your list and get really clear on a strategy around nurturing your customers. It is the one marketing platform that gives you the biggest return on your investment. So it is well worth prioritizing. Short form video. Now, I want to explain why short form video is working. So Meta is a little bit nervous about TikTok, this new player that has come into the market and is taking people off their platform. So how are they going to rectify that? They're going to start showing your followers what they are enjoying on the TikTok platform, which is short form video. Therefore, Reels, Stories, and Lives are getting priority in the algorithm and are what Meta, so Facebook and Instagram, are showing your followers. So if you're not creating that content, you are really not reaching the audience that you could. What is coming is shoppable videos on TikTok. I think that's going to be a game changer. It's something you definitely want to jump on board. And I think Meta is going to get even more nervous about holding people on the platform, because that is going to really change things. Less polished content. So people don't want to watch you looking all perfect. They want to see raw and ready, just like they see on TikTok. So you are likely to have a reel that is going to go more viral if you're bawling your eyes out than if you are sitting there with a perfectly make-up face. That is just reality. So don't stress having to make everything perfect. You do not need an Instagram grid that looks amazing. Just get stuff out there, and ideally short form video. So what's not working? Relying solely on conversion ads. Facebook and Instagram ads are working, but only if you are using those ads to build a really big audience. So I recommend doing a video views audience to actually grow your audience, and then retargeting that audience to get them onto your email list. If you are relying solely on conversion ads alone to get you sales, it's likely starting to cost you quite a lot, and it's going to continue to cost you quite a lot, and you're really not maximizing your marketing spend to get in front of more people. Relying only on social media, organic social media for traffic. You used to be able to do that, but not so much now. That is really not going to be a strategy that is going to work well for you if you just rely solely on that. So if I was starting over again, this is what I would do. I would mix a little bit of my money with a little bit of my time, but not having to spend loads. I would start building a video views audience on Facebook and Instagram with just a couple of dollars a day. That allows me to get in front of a large pool of people, increase my reach, and build an audience that I can then retarget down the track. I do regular lives, reels, stories, and I would make sure that those lives, reels, and stories had a call to action which took them somewhere to grow my email list. So whether it was a free download that I was giving them, whether it was a giveaway or some kind of incentive in order to get them onto my email list. One thing that is working really well in this space is inviting people to be product testers. So you get them to fill out a really short application form to be a product tester. Part of that application form gets you their email address. You make it really clear that not everybody who applies is going to be chosen as a product tester. And these are your ideal audience. They love what you have. They're not just wanting to win something. So definitely something worth trying. I would then retarget that video view audience that I had grown with a call to action to get them onto my email list. I would have a robust email marketing strategy plan. I would be getting in front of my subscribers on a regular basis, giving them content that is what they are after. And so I'd be reviewing my email analytics, looking at my open and click rates, and trying to get those as high as I possibly can by providing content that's not just buy my stuff. So looking at my audience, what it is that interests them that may or may not have anything to do with the products that I sell, but having a really strong strategy to ensure that I was consistent with my email marketing. And last but not least, you can see a theme here, guys. I would prioritize growing my email list in any way that I can. And why would I do that? Couple of reasons. It is the one platform that gives you your biggest return on investment. It also means that I can get free traffic to my website whenever I choose. I'm not reliant on an algorithm. I just need to send an email and get those people back onto my website. So you can get traffic by doing less. You just need to be really consistent. You need to give the algorithm what it is looking for, and you need to grow your list. so that you have a way of getting people back to your website with just a few clicks. Now, you've got two choices following this video. You can either just watch it and have learned a few things, or maybe it reinforced things that you already knew, or you can implement something that you have learned today. If you're wanting to move forward faster, then I recommend that you do implement just one thing from this video. I promise you, all these little things that you implement will add up to bigger things and bigger results. If you enjoyed this, I would love for you to hit subscribe and join me weekly, where I will be bringing you updates on what's working in e-commerce right now.